friends. How are you today? What a beautiful day, and I do not want you to stay inside to do this, but I thought maybe this afternoon if you wanted to do an awesome art project, my son and I are going to do spring vases. And I'm going to show you how to make spring vases, but first I want to show you what I'm trying to recreate. Here is forsythia. And if you notice the bud on forsythia, it's this beautiful yellow bud. And I'm sure if you go outside today, you're going to see tons of this in your neighborhood or in somebody's yard. The other thing you might come across this time of year is pussy willows. And if you can see, I'm going to take them out. They have that beautiful, almost cotton ball-like blossom on it right here. And so when I make my spring vases, I'm going to use yellow tissue paper right here to be my forsythia, and I'm going to use cotton balls to be my pussy willow. I'm also going to add another blossom that comes out this time of year, which is called the cherry blossom, and I'm going to use pink tissue paper for that. If you do not have tissue paper, you can crumple up white paper, white construction paper. You can crumple up yellow construction paper, and you can crumple up pink construction paper and still make the vase. So what you're going to need is your blossoms, so pink, yellow, and cotton balls. You're going to need glue or a glue stick. I'm using glue. You're going to need a pair of scissors. You're going to need one blank piece of white construction paper. And if you have craft paper like this or wallpaper, you can use a piece of wallpaper or craft scrapbook paper, or you can use just a different color construction paper. So it's up to you. So the first thing we're going to do, and also maybe in a brown marker, just for the stems, and I have a brown marker. So the first thing we're going to do is make our vase. So I chose this. I thought this was a really cool scrapbook pattern. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scrapbook pattern and I'm going to fold it on this side because I want to draw my vase. And it's going to be like that word symmetrical. When I'm going to make half a vase, and when I cut it out, it's going to be a full-size vase because I'm going to cut out on the fold. So I'm going to take my brown marker, and I don't know, your vase can look any shape you want. It can be any fun shape you want, okay? So I do this, and watch what happens when I cut it out. Okay. So this is what I cut out. Voila! And that is going to be my vase. So what I'm going to do is you can even use a smaller piece of white construction paper. I'm going to take my white construction paper and I'm going to take my vase and my glue stick, and I'm going to glue my vase down. Now, my vase isn't going to be at the very top of the sheet or in the middle. It's going to be at the bottom because I'm going to make stems and flowers coming out of it. Okay. So now I have my vase on my sheet of paper. What's missing? You're right. The stems and the blossoms. So now I'm going to take, and a stem is just a line, okay? So I'm going to take my brown marker, because my stems are brown. I'm going to take this brown marker, and I'm going to have some shooting out. Not too many, but just enough. I have 5 stems shooting out from my vase. Just like that. And now the fun part starts. I get to put the blossoms on. So, what am I going to do first? How can I put the blossoms on? If you have a Q-tip, I kind of like to use that. It keeps my hands from getting super sticky with the glue. Or I've also used the back of like a pencil and you use the eraser. But what you do is you attach either your construction paper, or if you happen to have tissue paper, you take it, and I kind of mold it around the Q-tip. I dip it in my glue, and then I press it on my paper. And it almost kind of has a three-dimensional look to it, where it sticks right out, like that. And I keep doing that. Remember now, if you're using a glue stick or construction paper, you can absolutely just use your hands. Watch, I can crinkle this up with my hands, dab it on my glue stick, and I can still stick it on. See, doesn't really matter. But it does kind of have a three-dimensional look. My goal is to cover my entire stems with pink, yellow, and cotton balls. So let me do a couple more because my assistant, Owen, is over there in the corner doing another one so that I can show you a finished product. And then the cotton balls, if you have it, or white piece of paper, you're going to pull a little bit off because you don't need this whole big cotton. And the same thing, you're going to either use your glue stick, you can rub it on your glue stick, you can dip it in your glue, and you're going to put it on. Let me do a couple more. I'm going to do a couple more cotton pussy willows. This is a project that we do in art on the first day of spring sometimes with Miss Karen. And I know she is going to be so impressed if you guys do this from home. And I'm thinking if you do it at home, that you could either take a picture of it and show it to all of us, put it on our Shutterfly site, or definitely hang it in your windows. So as I start moving along and gluing down, you're going to see that right now I haven't finished all of them, but I have one cherry blossom starting here. I have my forsythia starting here, and I have my pussy willow. These can be whatever you want them to be. You can have as many stems as you want, but when it's all filled in, it's super pretty, and it's really nice to hang in your window. I'm going to show you Owen's finished product because he has been working hard over there, and this is what it comes out to look like. And we call this spring vases. So let me just recap for a minute what you'll need is you'll need a white piece of paper, a background piece of paper, something different for a vase. It could be construction paper, craft paper, anything you have. But remember when you make your vase and you have the craft paper or construction paper, scrap paper, you're going to fold it and draw on the fold and cut it out. Your moms or dads might help you with that because that's how you get this really cool vase. You only draw half of it, and then when you cut it out, it makes a full vase. And like I said, you can have it any size, any shape you want. You're going to need cotton balls or white pieces of scrap paper cut up. You're going to need tissue paper. I have yellow and pink, but if you have yellow and pink scrap paper or yellow and pink markers. So I'm going to show you a variation because we are so limited on our supplies right now. If I wanted to, I don't have to use tissue paper. I can make my buds with marker. And these are the marker ones. So be creative with that. Use what you have. I don't want anyone leaving the house to have to get supplies. So think about what you might have in the house. I'm sure you all have a glue stick. I'm sure you have markers. I'm sure you have construction paper, I hope, and maybe cotton balls. If you don't have cotton balls, maybe you have Q-tips and you can pull those apart. But you should think creatively, and you can make this, like I said, for your window. And it would be a really nice thing to hang up to remind us that spring is in the air. And hopefully we're together again. I miss you guys so much. I want you to enjoy this beautiful day. Owen, thank you so much. I'm
Bye,
going to show you.
guys.
Here it is. Okay, take care. Love you so.
Bye,
Bye.
guys.